Story time about how I'm the side chick and I love it. Disclaimer, this is not my story time with sending me on Instagram. I know you're all gonna think I'm a terrible person, but personally, I thrive when people hate on me. So go ahead and say whatever you want in the comments. My married boyfriend and I met 3 months ago. He works for a really big company and I'm not gonna say which one, but he has to travel a lot for this company. So we met on one of his trips. A little information about myself. I'm 36 years old and I consider myself a queen. I am very high maintenance and I expect a lot from my boyfriends. Just this year, I've broken up with 7 men. If you can't provide for me or give me what I want, I am literally going to kick you out of my house. No broke boys allowed. I believe that men should take care of women, and I don't feel like getting a job, so I need to be taken care of. So this is what I would do to meet men. I would go to fancy golf courses and dress up really nice, and just start conversations with some of these guys. On this occasion, I met my boyfriend. He looked so good, and I saw that he was wearing a Rolex, so of course I had to go and talk to him. At first, he was not having it. He thought that I was way too young for him, but that's when I told him that I loved older men, and that if he was interested, we could go get a drink. Let's just say that he fell in love that night. Part 2 is up. Story time about how I'm the side chick and I love it. Disclaimers, not my story time, it's sending me on Instagram. If you're gonna be a hater, I don't care. You can judge me and be as mean as you want in the comments because I thrive off of hate. Once I had my boyfriend wrapped around my little pinky, we started talking about his wife. And this is when he told me that he does love his wife, but that he's bored in the relationship, that she doesn't make him excited anymore, and that she's more interested in their children. So I told him that I would give him everything that she doesn't. I mean, what kind of woman just ignores her man? She is so stupid for neglecting her husband and just only taking care of their kids. But that's just what I think. Like I mentioned in part 1, my boyfriend has to travel to come see me. This means we only see each other for about a week out of the month. But to be honest with you guys, I love it. I don't have to see him every single day or every single week. And he pays my rent and buys me whatever I want. And of course I have my own side pieces. I mean, a girl needs company when her boyfriend's not around. But here's the thing, my boyfriend wants me to move closer to him, and he wants to hire me as his personal assistant so that I can be around him all the time. But this means that I would have to meet his wife. He actually tried it out for a few days and it didn't go as bad. Basically, his wife liked me from the moment she met me. He didn't suspect a thing. But it was so boring having to talk to her and the kids and pretend that I was interested in his job. Like, I have no clue what he does. Anyway, I told my boyfriend that I was not going to move and that what we had was going to have to work. If not, I could drop him and find somebody else. But he's begging me to reconsider. He really wants me to be closer to his home. I mean, it's kind of messed up. What should I do? Story time about how I had my boyfriend beat up for cheating on me and all the terrible things I did to get back at him. My boyfriend and I had been together for 5 years. During that time together, I really wanted to get married, and I would bring it up all the time. After the first year, he told me that he wasn't ready to get married, and that was basically his excuse for the 5 years that we were together. Come to find out that he had cheated on me with over 20 women, even with my best friend. When he and I first started dating, he was really sweet and kind. He was also borderline obsessed with me. He would get jealous over every little thing. He would call me at random times asking me where I was, and he always knew where I was because I had my location turned on his phone. In other words, he was always trying to catch me in a lie. Fast forward to last year. I told him that if he still wasn't ready to get married, that I needed to move on and find someone else. He got really angry, pulled my hair, and threw me up against a wall. And after that, of course, I broke up with him. He begged me to get back with him for 2 months, and I finally gave in and said yes. But once again, he told me that he was still not ready to get married. This is where my best friend comes in. One day, she sends me screenshots of my boyfriend's dating profiles. I had no idea, but he was on Tinder and Bumble. That's when my best friend told me that he'd been cheating on me with so many girls. Part 2 is up. Story time about how I had my boyfriend beat up after finding out that he cheated on me with over 20 women and my best friend. After my best friend sent me the screenshots, I called her and asked her to come over. That's when out of nowhere she confessed to me that he had cheated on me with so many girls. I asked her how she found out all this information and she would not tell me. Then she started to cry. I got a horrible feeling that she was one of the girls. So I pressured her into telling me the truth. And that's when she confessed that she had done the dirty with my boyfriend over 5 times and that he was the one that had been chasing her. I was incredibly heartbroken, but I needed to hear the truth. Then she told me the rest. And that the only reason that she even told me about all of this was because she was upset that he was cheating on her. Yep. Apparently, my boyfriend told her that he was going to break up with me to be with her, but she was really jealous and started doing her own digging. That's when she started looking for his dating profiles and found them. She then contacted a bunch of girls on Instagram that followed him, and it turns out that they had all done it with him, and that he had promised all of them to break up with me to be with them. In total, he had cheated on me with about 22 girls, and those were the ones that we knew of. I kicked my ex-best friend out of my house, and I haven't spoken to her since, but I'm grateful that she was honest with me. I confronted my boyfriend, and he went crazy again. That's when he told me that my best friend was making everything up because she was in love with him. Once again, he pinned me up against the wall and threatened if I left him. And he tried to kiss me. Part 3 is up. Story time about how I had my boyfriend beat up for cheating on me with 20 girls and my best friend, and abusing me. As he had me pinned up against the wall, I managed to kick him and he let me go. I ran for my life. I went straight to my parents' house and told them everything. By the way, my dad is an ex-cop, so I knew my boyfriend was not going to chase me to my parents' house. My dad called his connections and got them to find my boyfriend. My dad was trying to convince me to press charges against him, but I just couldn't do it. So they had to let him go. After a few days, I noticed my now ex is starting to follow me around. I noticed his car following me at night, and anytime I parked in a public space, he would try to park right near me. One night as I was leaving my job, I was getting into my car and he came running at me. That's when he grabbed my face and told me that he still wanted to be with me and that I couldn't be with anybody else. He was acting crazy. Then he tried to force me to get into his car, but I fought him off. I told him that he would regret it if he didn't leave me alone, and he finally left. Right then and there, I called a few friends and told them that I needed help. And they knew what I meant by that. They ended up beating him up and he was left with a broken ankle. And he never tried looking for me again. Now when he sees me around town, he literally runs away. I even started a Facebook group with all the girls that he cheated on. And we're basically spreading the word about what this guy is really like. If you have anyone in your life that is like this, or anyone that tries to force you to do anything, or mistreats you, please speak out. I'm so much happier.
My influencer wife is a total fraud and lies about her body being natural. I will not say who my wife is, but you go ahead and guess. My wife blew up on Instagram back in 2015. Back then, she talked about health and how our bodies were temples, but a year after she blew up, she decided to get surgery. She told me that it was going to help her grow quicker on Instagram, which it actually did. She actually stopped posting on Instagram for the 3 months that she was recovering from her surgery. During that time, she only posted recipe videos, so nobody could see her face or her body. After the 3 months, she came back to Instagram and said that she went on a 3-month detox and cleanse, that her cleanse and detox finally gave her the body she always dreamt of. But not one of her followers questioned her for having this perfect body all of a sudden. This is when she started selling her cleanse and detox book. She sold it for $150 and people ate it up. Within the first month, we made over 40 grand. And surprisingly, her followers were actually seeing changes, of course, because they were doing all the work that she didn't do. I'm pretty sure she copy and pasted recipes from the internet for the book. Around this time, she also started posting her workout videos. She would talk on Instagram about how she would go to the gym almost 5 times a week. But in reality, she would only go to the gym once or twice a week. And she'd make me come to the gym with her to get content. So I'd be following her around the gym taking videos and pictures of her. Don't get me wrong, I definitely benefit from this. Basically her cameraman and her editor. And I don't have to have a job. She also got a second surgery before launching her workout program. I was really against this because I didn't want her to get skinnier, but she went ahead and did it anyway. This time she was posting older pictures of her. But after 2 months, she came back to Instagram with the new body. That's when she dropped her new workout plan and people went crazy. Just in the first day, 500 people bought it for $150. You do the math. But here's the thing. She's talking about getting a new surgery to launch her new cleanse and her new workout book. She also wants to get stuff done to her face. She's turning 28 this year and she thinks that she's getting old. I don't want her to change her face or her body anymore. She's not the woman I married. She also thinks she's a celebrity because she gets recognized on the street, which really doesn't help. Her family and I are even considering doing an intervention, but I don't think she's gonna care. She makes so much money off Instagram, and people love her because of the way she looks. The more she posts, the more validation she gets, and the more money she makes. She used to hate the Kardashians, but now she worships them. She's looking more like Kim every single day. How do I tell her to stop? What should I do?